are your lay ministers? When I walk into a church and I see weaknesses of the pastor right off, that lets me know that the lay ministers are not bringing their supply. Now, what I mean by the pastor's weakness, if his grace, the grace that God gives him, in other words, the call that God puts on his life, only goes so far. The grace for that call only goes so far. And the pastor needs people to come around him that have certain endowments, certain giftings, and certain talents to use. And the lay ministers, in most cases, they're not on staff, they're volunteers. And they work right underneath the pastor or pastors. But many times in the church, where I see the ball dropping is at the level of lay ministry. So where are your lay ministers? If the pastor's weaknesses are still showing up, if they're evident, that means lay ministers are not doing their part. And it could be they just haven't been trained so that they can bring their supply to fill in the cracks. If the pastor is still having weaknesses, there's still things slipping through the cracks, or there's cracks and things are getting in, like sickness and disease, poverty, hardship on the sheep. That just simply means there's a lay minister somewhere that has not stepped up to the plate, or a lay minister somewhere that's in position but not really bringing their supply. It could be that you don't have a lay minister with the grace on them that will make up the difference for where your grace may end with that special endowment. Well, God will add that to you. And when God adds that to you, or until God adds that to you, the lay ministers that you have can make up the difference. Lay ministers need to be trained on how to serve the pastor rightly. Lay ministers are carriers of the pastor's vision. They're like the sheepdog in the church. I wrote a book called Bell Sheep and Sheepdogs. And I'm a sheepdog in the church that I'm a member of. I'm a lay minister, and I work at keeping people corralled toward the pastor to make sure there's no division between them and him. I keep them close to him by speaking and repeating the words that he speaks, by sharing his heart as I know it with the people. I keep them close to the pastor by being the lay minister, by bringing my supply as a lay minister.